So I thought it would be kind of fun to test some of those old wives' tales, you know, of how to predict your baby's gender before you go to the doctor. It predicted girl. All right, so the next one involves hanging some strings above me, a ring, a pencil, and then eventually I'm gonna have to pee in a cup. Just got elfed last night, and we got this cute little ornament cookie kit. In today's vlog, I thought it'd be really fun since I am pregnant. As many of you know, I'm 14 weeks and I already know the gender. It's a girl. Since I know the gender of my baby, I can test them out and see if it's right or wrong. So I have found 10 different old wives' tales test that we're gonna figure out today. I thought while I'm doing these, I would keep Layla busy by decorating these cookies. However, I just dumped it out and realized it does not come with the cookies like a lot of gingerbread kits do. You have to make them. So I guess I'll get her started on mixing everything together, and we'll go into some of these old wives' tales and see which are accurate. Layla loves cracking eggs, but I always make sure she cracks it in a separate bowl before we put in the big mixing bowl so I can fish out all the shells. All right, so the first 6 are pretty easy to do because it's just basically how you're feeling and what's going on with you. The last 4 are gonna be a little bit more work involved. Thank goodness Brian's down here now so he can take over the cookie stuff. If you're extra moody, then you're having a girl.
Oh, must be a girl. Wah, wah.
And yes, I am having a girl, and I will even admit, I have not been a pleasure the first trimester, but what pregnant woman is during the first trimester? It's rough. But I have definitely been extra moody the past few weeks. So I will give it that one. So, but again, I've never been pregnant with a boy, so I don't know if you're not moody or extra moody when you have a boy, but according to this, it's right. I am extra moody and I'm having a girl. Another one is if you are extra morning sickness, have like extreme morning sickness that even goes beyond the first trimester. I've had morning sickness all day long, and it's finally starting to lighten up now that I'm in the second trimester, but it's still there. I still get like waves of nausea, so it's definitely holding on. So again, that one's accurate, but at the same time, I can't compare it to anything because I've never been pregnant with a boy. So maybe there's women out there who've been pregnant with a boy and been sick a lot too. But according to this and in my situation, that one's true. All right, the third one, and this one again is true for me. And it's if you start getting a lot of acne, you're having a girl, because the old wives' tale is a girl will steal your beauty. I have noticed I have been breaking out so much on my face. You might not be able to see it now because I have makeup on, but it's been like ridiculous. So according to this, it's accurate because I'm breaking out a lot and I'm having a girl. So the next one, depending on your cravings. If you're craving something sweet, you're having a girl. If you're craving something salty, you're having a boy. What are you doing? What are they doing? Oh my God. They're sabotaging my vlog.
It's a red snowball. Okay, no, you.
This one again is true for me. Because I remember when I first found out I was pregnant, I was craving donuts. All I wanted was like a chocolate cake donut, but it had to have sprinkles on it. If it didn't have sprinkles on it, I wasn't that interested. I'd still eat it, but I wasn't that interested. And I like hardly ever crave donuts. And here I was wanting donuts. I was eating, C's candy. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
I was going and buying C's candy. I had to have that. I had to have donuts. It's kind of lightened up a little bit. I'm not craving that as much now that I'm in the second trimester. But I never crave sweets like that. I'm more of like a chip, salty kind of person. So that one was true for me. I'm having a girl and I was craving the sweets. All right, the next one I had to use my computer because it is the Chinese gender calculator. Now, I have heard a lot of good things about this one. A lot of people saying it's been accurate. And basically, they take your month of conception and how old the mother is at that time, and it predicts whether you're going to have a boy or a girl. Now, again, they have a 50-50 chance of being right, so those odds are not too bad. But I want to do it because I haven't done it yet. So let's see what mine says. Ah! It predicted girl! Okay, it predicted a girl. You know what? I should go back and do it for when I was pregnant with Layla because I remember all the info. So let's see if it predicted I was gonna have a girl then too. Oh, it wasn't right. It predicted you were gonna be a boy.
50-50 for that one.
All right, the last one I'm gonna do before I start doing the more complicated ones, the Mayan also had their own way of predicting the gender of a baby too. And it says you take the mother's age at time of conception plus the year of conception. And if you add those together, so for instance, mine, I'm 35, it's 2021. And if you add those two together, if the number is even, you're having a girl. If the number's odd, you're having a boy. So 2021 plus 35 gives me 56, 2056, which is an even number, so I'm having a girl, so that one was right. So that makes me want to now check when I was having Layla. So when I was pregnant with Layla, I was 31, and it was 2017. So I already know right away if I add those two together, it's going to be an even number, and that would be a girl. So that one worked, both of them. So that one was interesting. That's the Mayan one, and it predicted both of our babies. All right, so the next one involves hanging some strings above me, a ring, a pencil, and then eventually I'm gonna have to pee in a cup, which honestly, I feel like every doctor's appointment I have to do that anyways, so why not just do it one more time? But I'm definitely gonna need Brian's help, so we're gonna get these cookies into the oven and then we'll start doing these. So this next one I'm gonna need Brian's help with, and now that they're done baking, they can help me. But what I did is I just threaded some string through my wedding ring, and I'm supposed to lay on my back, and Brian is going to hold this above my belly. If it moves back and forth like in a straight line, it's a boy. If it moves in a circle, it's a girl. So we're gonna test this out right now and see what happens. Okay, now raise it and let's see how it naturally moves. Okay, Layla's laying with me, moral support.
It's a girl!
You think it's a girl then?
It is just going in circles.
All right, so that one, I don't know. I don't see that one. I don't know how the string just is gonna just start moving. So let's move on to the next one. That one is inconclusive. All right, the next one is kind of similar. You take a pencil and a needle and thread, and I basically am supposed to thread the needle, tie it in a knot, and then stick the needle in the pencil's eraser. And then after that, you hang it over your left wrist, and if it swings in line with your wrist, it's a boy. If it's perpendicular, it's a girl. You guys, it's actually moving perpendicular to my wrist. Okay, I don't know if you could see that, but it did. It started moving back and forth across my wrist, not going in line with my wrist, but across it, which means it's a girl. That one actually moved. I was not moving my hand at all. It just, after it kind of spun some, it just started moving. So that one, believe it or not, predicted girl. I'm kind of impressed by that one. All right. I thought it was gonna be another flop, like the ring one. All right, that one was fun. Okay, so now my next two, both involve peeing in a cup. So I'm gonna go pee in a cup and use that for both the next ones, which involve baking soda and, oddly enough, Drano. Okay, not odd at all. I have 2 cups of my urine sitting on a table. And the first one, Layla's very enthralled by this on why I'm doing this. All right, so what you're supposed to do is pee in the cup and then put equal amounts of baking soda in it. And if it fizzes, it's a boy. If it doesn't fizz, it's a girl. And I was just reading that there is some science behind this test. It says baking soda reacts with acids, causing some acids to fizz. The theory behind the test is that acidity or pH of a pregnant woman's urine will change based on the sex of her unborn baby. But of course, none of this is like scientifically proven to work every time, but it's fun, so let's see what this says. So I'm going to add in some baking soda and see if it fizzes or not. Okay, just poured a ton of baking soda in there and nothing. Didn't fizz, nothing happened. So apparently that means I'm having a girl. So again, it worked for me. It predicted it correctly that I'm having a girl. So that one was kind of fun. It'd be interesting to see someone do it that's having a boy and see if it does fizz. All right, so now we'll move on to the next one, but Layla is anxiously waiting to see if the cookies are cooled. So let's go check that first and then we'll do the pee and Drano test. Odd, right? This is pretty cool. I thought these were just like little things you can stick on it, but they're actually edible wafers that you put on. You can eat these. So this will be fun. So I'm gonna let her and Brian continue on with their baking fest and start decorating these. So with this one, again, you take some pee and then you put in about a tablespoon of Drano. If it turns green, it's a girl. If it turns blue, it's a boy. I opened the door to add some ventilation because I read that was just a good tip to do, even though I barely used any Drano. Now this one I think is kind of bogus. I did it and it fizzed so much I can't even see what color it is anymore. So this one, I don't think it works. I don't trust this one, and I think this is definitely an old wives' tale that I would not recommend to anybody. But you know what? We do have a clogged drain upstairs, so this will come in handy. Look at that. Did you even put one of these things on? Wow, so many sprinkles too.
But that one's broke.
And let's see. Oh, Daddy, oh, hey, that looks pretty good. Here's Daddy's. What do you think of Daddy's? I'm very impressed by these cookies, you guys.
Thank you.
Very nice.
That'll be $10.50.
All right, this was a lot of fun. So most of them did accurately predict girl. The only ones that I didn't really get or didn't work for me were the ring one, which I thought was kind of funny because that's like the most well-known one to me is the ring test, and it didn't work for me. It just hung there. Maybe it was Brian. That one didn't work, and the Drano one, which, you know, you don't want to be working with chemicals anyway, so that's not a good one to test out. Obviously, none of these accurately are predictors or can be trusted. You really need to go and do an ultrasound or blood test, but they're kind of fun, and once you do know the gender, it's kind of fun to go back and do it and see if they are accurate and if it will predict it for you. So I'd be curious to know if any of you guys have done it and if it's been accurate. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.